What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the official Call of Duty page actually went ahead and leaked a handful of the maps that are going to be releasing with Season 1 for Black Ops 6. And I gotta be real, they don't look bad, but at the same exact time, guys, I have to be real. I can't deny the fact that I am worried, okay? Now, first and foremost, 3 maps so far is looking really solid. We're not going back in time to the Modern Warfare 2019 Black Ops Cold War, that era of live service within Call of Duty where we're literally getting like 1 map or 2 maps during Season 1. With, keep in mind, we had no content at the launch of these games on top of that. And the majority of the Season 1 maps are usually remasters, okay? We were really in the trenches, ladies and gentlemen, so I gotta be real, I'm extremely happy with this. We already have, 11, 12 original maps within Black Ops 6, and we're going to be getting 3 more additional original maps within Black Ops 6 for Season 1, which is, again, you could say what you want to say, but in my opinion, that is really crispy. And Treyarch, so far, they're cooking in regards to the content that's being implemented into this game. But again, you guys know me. The previous maps that we have gotten, or the original maps, I should say, that we have gotten within Black Ops 6, I wouldn't say they are the worst maps we have ever gotten. But you can see the style of gameplay Treyarch was pushing for, right? I think it's extraordinarily obvious. They want these matches to be extremely fast-paced, constant action in your face. I mean, let's be real. The way they describe the movement within Black Ops 6 is almost like you're an action hero or, an action movie star like James Bond or, something like that. Explosive, fast, in your face, doing the most insane movement and the most, unbelievable stuff, but, it's fun, right? Who doesn't enjoy a good action movie like that? And especially when it comes to games, right? Yeah, some people like their realistic style games, but me personally, when I play COD, I'm looking for something that is just a fun game. So don't get me wrong, when I hear stuff like that, I'm all about it. But, they made the maps in a specific way to force this playstyle through. They wanted the whole game to be around this playstyle. No exceptions, no different playstyles, nothing. So, what did they do? Once again, no big maps, only small to medium maps. And I'll be real, their definition of medium in this game is a whole different term of medium-style maps, okay? It's absolutely insane, but they chain you into combat constantly, which adds to the flow that they're looking for this game. So, yes, I'm excited to have some more maps enter into Black Ops 6 here, but I can't deny the fact that I am indeed a tad bit worried that this trend is going to continue for the whole life cycle of this game. All the DLC maps are going to revolve around this mindset, and we probably won't see too many larger scale maps that will add more variety to the mix. Realistically, I think Warzone is where you're going to see a ton of awesome plays when it comes to the Omni movement. And 6v6, it's going to boil down to the same kind of stuff, These small maps boil down to grab a head glitch, get the best power position, and just really hunker down and just hold spawns. But enough with all this noise. Let's get into the actual maps themselves here. Now, as you can see right here from the official Call of Duty page, Season 1 takes Black Ops to the criminal underground on November 14th. Here's a sneak peek at a few of the new maps coming to Black Ops 6 multiplayer this season. First and foremost being Hideout, second is Extraction, and the final map being Heirloom, which is going to be a 6v6 and a 2v2 map. So as we all already probably know, that map is going to be pretty dang tiny. So sadly, it looks like we are going to be getting some smaller maps in the rotation. And from the looks of it, I'm going to be panning across, your guys' screen here, all the new maps that they're introducing. They actually gave us a little footage of them. They look decent. You know what I'm saying? They don't look bad, but they definitely give me a smallerish medium style vibe. Now, until we actually get hands-on, we won't exactly know. Or if they give us maybe some overview images or something like that to see the real size of what these maps are going to look like. But to be real with you guys, Hideout is the only thing that's looking kind of medium-ish, you know what I'm saying? Extraction or whatever that, the name of that map is going to be. It looks like it could be medium to large, but you know how a lot of these maps are. Over half of them are typically cut off, and I'm assuming that's going to be the same for this one. I don't know. For some reason, while I'm looking at this map, I can picture it being cut in half. I can totally picture them cutting it and making it just like the rest of the maps. Hopefully it's not. If Extraction and Hideout can actually bring some more medium-ish to large style vibes, I'll be pretty happy and content here. I'm just trying to do everything in my power to avoid more maps, like once again Babylon or, just pretty much anything of that size, the smallest to small medium style maps. I'm just kind of done with them. I'm over them. We have plenty in this game, and it's time to add a little variety into the mix. I'm really excited to see if Treyarch can cook here, or if these are just going to turn into, the typical brain rot TikTok maps that we've seen all at launch. But ladies and gentlemen, there's one last thing I do want to discuss about these maps here, which is actually making me really excited and happy and hopeful. But I'm going to reread the post from Call of Duty one last time. Season 1 takes Black Ops to the criminal underground on November 14th. Here is a sneak peek at a few of the new maps coming to Black Ops 6 multiplayer this season. Let me read that again. Here is a sneak peek at a few of the new maps coming to Black Ops 6. Guys, I don't know about you guys, but the way that I'm reading this is that they're only showcasing a few of the maps that they have at the launch of Season 1 here, meaning that there might be a couple more. Guys, how fantastic would it be if we got 5 maps this season? Because you guys know, Call of Duty typically, pans out their maps. They don't do everything at the launch of the season. They're going to give us maybe 1 or 2 at launch, and then, the other one will trickle in mid-season. So I'm assuming probably 2 at launch, 1 mid-season. But if it's 4 to 5, guys, that is going to be insane because we could potentially see 3 at the launch of Season 1, which once again would be absolutely huge. That type of content drop would be massive for a lot of people to really indulge into the experience. But 3 maps at launch and then 2 mid-season, that would be an absolute banging Season 1 start. Again, I said it before in my previous videos about Modern Warfare 3 and how I feel so bad for the end seasons getting kind of screwed over because apparently a lot of the maps from Modern Warfare 3 got scrapped from their end season to put them forward with Black Ops 6 here. But now that we're in the moment, I'm starting to see the potential of being able to have all that content at the beginning, at the start. Because this has always been the hardest point. Always the hardest point. I mean, obviously, getting the game into a playable spot, fixing spawns, connection, so on and so forth, netcode. That is always an ongoing issue when a brand new COD game drops, but the content has been the biggest struggle. Modern Warfare 3 set a very high standard, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, Modern Warfare 3 2023 set an absurdly high standard when it comes to the content drops. And this right here is looking to just absolutely blow it out of the park. Just for a comparison, Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 dropped with 3 brand new maps, okay? 3 maps. And then one of them was a 2v2 map. So technically it was 4, but the 2v2 map was not transferred to a 6v6 map. So I'm only going to be talking about 6v6 stuff here. So technically, even if it doesn't drop with extra content, we are still on the path of lining up exactly next to Modern Warfare 3, which, like I just said, is one of the best games we've ever had when it comes to seasonal content. So far, not too shabby, right? Even if we don't get extra content, we are still leading the charge that Sledgehammer started there. We're still continuing it with good content drops. But if this goes even further than 3 maps, it will just be, once again, this will be probably the best content drop Call of Duty game out there. I mean, maybe that's their plan because there's no aftermarket parts in this game. So we aren't going to have the weekly logins like we did in Modern Warfare 3 where we grinded for those camos and aftermarket parts and all that stuff to do. So maybe in replace of that, their idea is to give us extra maps. I'm not complaining if I'm going to be completely real with you guys. As long as the maps are good and playable, I'm happy here. But again, this is a great direction for us to push here. I'm just hoping that it ultimately doesn't backfire in our faces, right? Because whenever something as good as this occurs, it always has to be a negative, right? You can't have something extremely good without something negative happening. And I have to throw this out there. But, if they are going to drop like 4 to 5 maps during Season 1, it makes me think, does that mean the end of Black Ops 6 is going to get worse and worse? Like, is Season 2 going to be less maps, and Season 3 is going to be less maps, and then Season 4 is going to be less maps because they went too hard with Season 1? You know what I'm saying here? Instead of, having Season 1 drop with 5 maps, and it's like, okay, we have to 1-up Season 1, so let's go ahead and drop another 5 maps, or maybe drop 6 maps, or 5 6v6 maps and another 2v2 map. Instead of 1-upping themselves, I feel like they're starting so aggressively that it might just be, this might be the peak. Season 1 might be the peak to get everybody into the game because they know the yearly cycle is what Call of Duty is, right? They drop a game every single year. So obviously, when we start nearing the end of Black Ops 6 life cycle, they're going to want it to die down a bit because they want the hype for the next game to build up. So, why would they drop a bunch of content? So maybe they're going out with a bang in the early seasons so they can slowly start trickling away and, let the game kind of dwindle out near the end. You know, give everybody their bang for their buck right away and then die down for the next COD game. I don't know, but I'm really hoping that they can continue this and push through till the very end and give us consistent drops just like this. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I will be live today over on Twitch starting at around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. You guys will find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.